Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles. Welcome, my friends, to the grand 420 Secret Lairs celebration. Now, you may be a bit confused as to what's going on. Well, here's how it works. We have 4 secret lairs, and in total, there are 20 cards in these secret lairs. So we're going to do some random secret lair openings. Let's just pick one at random to start with. Oh, and actually take a look. This is the artwork from a particular secret lair card. We may even see that secret lair card today in the opening. So what are we starting out with? The first box is Secret Lair Artist Series Seb McKinnon. Oh, and it's foil. Very nice. All right, let's see. Oh, what? Come on, man. Don't do me like this. The rip tab was a real... this is supposed to be a celebration. Come on, man. All right, here we go. I like how it has this little extra piece of tissue paper like they wrap around your neck at the barbers to keep the hair off. Ooh. I think I've always just torn through this. Okay, anyways. Here we go. So, like I said, Artist Series Seb McKinnon Foil Edition. And this is actually what this artwork's from, so that works out pretty well. So, let's do... Oh, wait a minute. There's bone... Oh, no! Is the math not going to work? Hold on. What does it say on this box here? Contents, 4 cards. And what's in here? 4 cards. Oh, no! I'm a fraud! There's a bonus card, too. Uh-oh. Okay, so... Let's. This is not. Oh, it's good. This is gonna be 424. I blew it. Oh, they're like extra packaged now. I don't think they came like this before in a little booster, did they? I don't recall. Anyways, let's take a look. Let's take a look. All right, so we're starting out with the swamp. This secret lair is like based around like a hero's journey kind of story, something like that as far as I understand. So you've got the hero down here. You've got the swamp. You're focusing on an empty box? What are you doing, camera? All right. So you've got the hero journeying through the swamp here. And actually, I want to take a moment to say that the Artist Spotlight series is a fantastic concept. So I'm already a big fan of Seb McKinnon's artwork, but the idea behind these secret lairs is that the artist gets to choose what cards they want to do art for, and then they just get to go nuts. So I enjoy that. This swamp looks pretty funky. All right, then we've got Sower of Temptation. So this is 2 blue and 2 for a 2/2 flyer. When it come on now. When it enters the... Well, come on! Oh, is it the faces? Did I pick a terrible playmat for this? So, when it enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature for as long as Sower of Temptation remains on the battlefield. The flavor text says, Moth to my light, cease resistance, hand over the reins to your mind. That's pretty intense, and you can see, boom, you can see the knight there, or this journeyer, the traveler, whoever it is, with this spirit that is speaking directly into the back of his head, and his eyes are all lit with malice and unknown intent. That is some awesome looking artwork. All right. Then we've got, hey, twinsies. We've got the Damnation. So this is 2 black and 2 for a sorcery. Destroy all creatures that can't be regenerated. All deeds once committed, repaid now in kind. That's intense. The artwork is crazy. You've got these like skeletal horses, this crazy big old whale. I don't know, man. I'm not even 100% sure exactly what this is. Is this supposed to be like one of the circles of hell? It looks amazing, though. So good. All right, and then we've got Enchanted Evening, which shows that being that was hovering over the knight's head. But this right here, honestly, is my favorite artwork out of the entire secret lair for sure. This whole, like, check it out. You've got the reflection of the fairy folk style creature here shown as a tree of light and all these little like will-o'-the-wisp light beings floating. So this is Enchanted Evening. It costs 5 mana. All permanents are enchantments in addition to their other types. It's a really weird magic card, turning everything into an enchantment. And the flavor text says, Tempest ends and water stills, gently reinventing the shape of all things. Man, that's pretty cool. And in terms of, for anybody who's interested, these 3 cards will all be progressing into my cube out of this secret lair. I know we don't need to look at the bonus card in terms of adding it to the secret lair, because while I forgot that there are bonus cards in here, I already knew that the bonus card is another variation of the swamp. So they look really, really similar if you look at them, but you can see there are actual genuine differences between the trees that are shown here, all right? So I'm going to leave this one in its packaging, actually, because I don't need to take it out for now. Let us see what the next mystery secret lair shall be. It is... Happy Yargle Day! Oh, this is kind of actually what made me decide to do the concept of like the April 20th video, right? So Yargle Day, if you guys don't know, Yargle's a 9-3. So this was actually released on September the 3rd, which I thought was a really fun concept. So I kind of stole their concept for my video. Let's take a look at the Yargle cards. They're all like parody artworks almost of pre-existing artwork that just feature Yargle instead, which I think is a really fun idea. All right, so, okay, now this one, oh, wow, okay, so these cards are loose. This is more what I was expecting. You know, the cards actually being individually loose, and we got a mystery card in the box as well. So, you got Swords to Plowshares, 1 white for an instant that exiles target creature. Its controller gains life equal to its power. The flavor text says, he stood transfixed, able to do nothing but ponder a life of peace and redemption. It was the worst 5 minutes of his life, because Yargle lives to eat. Yargle was like an evil lieutenant who got turned into like a demon maggot, and that maggot got eaten by a frog, and that frog is what became this Yargle beast. And in the original artwork, it shows a soldier kind of resting with this sword behind his arms. I like this. It's cool. Or not behind his arms, on his shoulders. Then we've got Opt, and this one shows Yargle in front of Bells and Lock, but the original actually shows Teferi in front of a statue of himself. You're probably pretty familiar with this Opt, actually. So, scry 1, draw a card. Flavor text says, the choice isn't whether to eat, but when to stop. And the answer to that is, never! Then we've got Fatal Push. Destroy target creature if it has converted mana cost 2 or less. So I guess this is supposed to be Yargle flicking a dude off, which I never originally got from the artwork, but now I see it, and that is pretty funny. He's so big that he's like, get out of here! Flicks you off the cliff. So, you destroy a creature if it has converted mana cost 2 or less, and if a permanent happened to go to the graveyard this turn, instead you destroy something that had a converted mana cost of 4 or less. So for 1 mana, you're getting a lot. This is a very solid card. Then we've got Anger of the Gods. 2 red and 1 for a sorcery. Anger of the Gods deals 3 damage to each creature. If a creature dealt damage this way would die this turn, exile it instead. The flavor text says, eating those clerics might have been a bad idea. I love this. Yargle's hiding under a tree because the gods are angry that he ate all their clerics, so they're raining fire down on everything. That's awesome. And then we've got Explore. 1 green and 1 sorcery. You may play an additional land this turn. Draw a card. An explorer's reward is a view of tomorrow's possible meals. And you can see this beautiful vista with Yargle standing up here with his arms out. I'm gonna eat everything! I love it. I love it. So let's see what the bonus card is for this secret lair. Come on out. Oh, it's a Tybalt. It is a stained glass Tybalt. So he's 1 red and 2 for a planeswalker. Your opponents can't gain life while he's out. He's got, 5 loyalty? And -2, create a 1/1 red devil creature token. With when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. Not too shabby. In terms of what can go into the cube, that's actually going to be all of this. And if I don't have Tybalt in there, he'll make the cut as well. So we got a lot of cubey goodness in this box here. And if you're wondering about how the cubes work, I do have a video on that, so you can check that out later on if you want. Next up, we've got Party Hard and Shred Harder. These really are random. I looked at the back and just picked ones that I thought had the right number of cards, but because of the bonus cards, the math is completely thrown off. Whatever. Still a fun idea. So, oh, come on. All right, we got Party Hard, Shred Harder. This is the, heavy metal secret lair. Yeah! You guys ever see that movie, Heavy Metal? I remember that. That's old school with the evil marble. Okay, let's go. Let's go. What do we got here? Man, these cards are striking, aren't they? Okay, so we've got Anguished Unmaking. Oh, these are, okay, weird. I guess this is a newer thing for the secret lairs where they include them in these little sealed packs to maybe protect them from shifting out and about. They kind of feel like they're packed like watches with this kind of box, you know? Anyhow, let's take a look at our heavy metal. So we got Anguished Unmaking. This is an instant that costs 1 white, 1 black, and 1. And it exiles target non-land permanent. You lose 3 life. And it, welcome to the gates of hell. It looks pretty awesome, man. This is like such crazy artwork. I really dig the style. Oh, then we've got Assassin's Trophy. This totally does feel like it could be the name of a metal album. 1 black, 1 green for an instant that destroys target permanent opponent controls. Its controller may search your library for a basic land card, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle their library. That's great value for 2 mana. Fantastic destructive capabilities. And you got this, looks like a Templar being eaten by nature. All right, then we've got Decimate. 1 green, 1 red, and 2 for a sorcery. Destroy target artifact, target creature, target enchantment, and target land. This looks absolutely intense. This artwork is amazing. So good, man. And such a cool card to do it with, because Decimate totally has that metal feel. Then we've got Dreadbore. Oh, this might just be my favorite out of all of them. This looks so good. The symmetry on it, you've got like the crazy like demon in the background, and you got this wizard standing here with all these flaming spears firing out, slamming into people. So it's a black and a red for a sorcery that says destroy target creature or planeswalker. Man, so cool. And then we've got Thraxamundar. Prepare to get Thraxed. So Thraxamundar has a huge casting cost. A red, a black, a blue, and 4. He's a legendary zombie assassin with haste. And whenever he attacks, defending player sacrifices a creature. Whenever a player sacrifices a creature, you can put a +1/+1 counter on Thraxamundar. Rah, I'm here to devour your dead. And I love that most of the artwork is this like white and gray vibe, but then Thraxamundar has this orange energy that's flowing out of his eyes and from behind him and in his sword blade. That looks really awesome. What is the bonus card from this one? All right, let's take a look. Oh, okay, it's another walker, another one of the stained glass walkers. I love these things. So it's Angrath, these 2 hybrid black and red and 2 for a 5 loyalty planeswalker. Creatures you control have menace, menacing, kind of makes sense for this secret lair. And a mass 2 for -2, where you make a little zombie token. All right, that's not too shabby. So from this secret lair, again, we have a scenario where all of these destruction spells are good enough to make it into the cube, so they'll all go into the cube. And if I don't have a copy of Angrath, he too will make it into the cube. So now we have 1 mystery secret lair left in our celebration, and it is... We hope you like squirrels. Oh, we're getting squirrely. All right, well, that's what I do on this channel anyways. Getting nutty, son. All right, those pull tabs could use a little bit of work. Let's be real. Okay, secret lair. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Why am I... get in there. Destroy. The heavy metal one has had its influence on me. Oh, no! I'm ready to decimate this. Come on! This box is a tight fit. Wait a minute. I didn't... What? It's so stuck. That was very, very difficult. Skill testing. Okay. So, we're on to the final secret lair. We hope you like squirrels. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So, we're starting out with Chatter of the Squirrel. Are these ones also packed up like that? Yeah, okay. So, they do. They do have a little package. So much packaging, man. The table is covered in so much packaging now. Of course, since the box gave me trouble, why wouldn't this as well, right? All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go. All right, we got Chatter of the Squirrel. 1 green sorcery, create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token, and it flashbacks for a green and 1, so you can cast it a second time from your graveyard. Some rumors are just plain nuts. They're going for the joking aspect, obviously. And why wouldn't you with the squirrel one? May as well be silly with it. So you literally have 2 squirrels having a chat and gossiping. That's fun. Then we've got Croson Beast. Dude, I'm so glad that they finally have a Croson Beast that looks like a squirrel. Because it's a squirrel beast, but the original printing of this didn't look like a squirrel at all. So it's 4 mana for a 1/1, but if you have Threshold, which means if you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard, it gets +7/+7. So it actually becomes an 8/8 for 4, which by today's standards, isn't that exciting. But as a squirrel, it's pretty awesome. And you can see all these squirrels are partying like, yeah, the squirrel god has risen up. And you got this gigantic, and look at the eyes, man. He looks like he hasn't had any sleep in a month. That's intense. All right, then we've got Squirrel Mob. 2 green and 1 for a 2/2. It gets +1/+1 for each other squirrel on the battlefield. Flavor text says, I barely escaped with my life. At that number, they could take on Emrakul herself. And that is a quote from Samila Marasa Expeditionary House member. So the idea is supposed to be, in the artwork, there's enough squirrels shown that this squirrel mob would be 15-15 and would actually be able to take on Emrakul directly. One of the running gags in Magic the Gathering is the whole, like, wait a minute, you've got an interdimensional Cthulhu monster in the form of Emrakul, and a bunch of, like, she's 15-15. And you can actually defeat it by blocking it with 15/1/1 squirrel tokens. Like, that would be the equivalent to take down Emrakul. So that is a silly little joke, and I like that. And the artwork is pretty straightforward. I heard somebody say that it's supposed to maybe be referencing a particular movie, but for me, I don't know what movie. So let's move on. Then we've got Squirrel Wrangler. Oh, look at this little dude. 2 green and 2 for a 2/2 human druid. Pay 1 green and 1, sack a land, create 2/1/1, hey, green squirrel creature tokens. 1 green and 1, sacrifice a land. Squirrel creatures get +1/+1 till end of turn. Acorns? Again? He's like part of the family, I guess. And the squirrels are all hanging out with them. They're all munching on their little food and hanging out. And he's just like, we're having acorns again. I don't like this. He's even got like little squirrel whiskers painted on his face and a cute little baby squirrel on his head. This is some silly, adorable little artwork, I do have to say. Then we've got Swarmyard. So this taps to add a colorless mana, or it taps to regenerate target insect, rat, spider, or squirrel. The flavor text says, each winter, squirrel elders tell tales of the fabled nut hoard of the fallen oaks. Each spring, young squirrels leave home in hopes of finding it. I like that. I like the mythology of the squirrels where their elders will tell them, you must go out and seek the ancient nut hoard. Although I guess they don't tell them they have to, that they just get so enamored of the idea, right? That's riches in the idea. Like from the mentality of a squirrel, that would be riches. Squirrels constantly pile nuts away in different locations, right? So this is an old school concept. They originally did this in Time Spiral. It's interesting how it covers insects, rats, spiders, and squirrels. Now, in the artwork, you can see there it's predominantly squirrels. There's actually a little mouse hidden back here in the tree, which I did not realize the first time I saw this artwork. I don't know if there's an insect or a spider hidden in here somewhere. I wasn't able to pick them out. So if you've seen them and you know, then let me know, my friends, because I would like to know. All right. Oh, and you get a little squirrely token. Is it double-sided? No. A foil squirrel token with a very cute looking squirrel. Well, that's nice. All right, so let's take a look and see what the bonus card is from the Secret Lair. All right, what do we got? We've got, oh, okay, cool. A foil stained glass Nissa who shakes the world. So she's 2 green and 3 for a 5 loyalty planeswalker. Whenever you tap a forest for mana, add an extra green. She's really strong. +1, put +1 loyalty, put 3 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target non-creature land you control. Untap it, it becomes a 0/0 elemental creature with vigilance and haste that's still a land. And -8 loyalty, you get an emblem with lands you control of indestructible. Search your library for any number of forest cards, put them onto the battlefield tapped, and shuffle your library. This is a very, very powerful card, and honestly, the artwork looks awesome too. The stained glass treatment is fantastic. Now, when it comes down to what I'll be putting into my cube, I mean, Nissa's an auto in. The Swarmyard's going to go in. The Squirrel Wrangler's going to go in. The Squirrel Mob is not, because there's not going to be enough of a squirrel theme. The Croson Beast will go in, because why not have a fat daddy? And Chatterer the Squirrel, with its ability to make 2 different tokens, will also make it in. So we're actually going to end up with a fair number of cards making it in to the into the cube overall. I mean, if we pile it all up, let's see here. We've got all this stuff. Oh God, no! Oh, what am I doing? I'm gonna get sticky jank all over my cards. Okay, so the swamp isn't going in. The squirrel mob, it's basically pretty much everything. Hold on, let's put these guys up top so they don't stick to the cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wait, did we get exactly 20? Is that number? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, there's your 420. We did it. Although it's funny that I had like 3 more cards than I was supposed to. Did I miss a bonus card? I don't know what's going on. Well, whatever. At this point, that ends the Secret Lair celebration. Thanks for coming by. I look forward to having these cards added to my cube. So I will see you all, my friends, for the next video. And here at the end of the video, I'm linking a hilarious video that just got released recently on my other channel. Go and check it out. You will not be disappointed. It's very funny. Goodbye for now.